Welcome back to OPTCG Central, your hub for all things One Piece card game related. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. It really helps us bring you more One Piece TCG matches and more.
Cool. Then you definitely have the perfect trading partner, and maybe that's one more reason why Pascal is sitting there in the semifinal. All players are ready. Timer started, and Ace has to go first, and he is starting with a Monkey D. Garb search.
And seems like that. So definitely something that we can say about the list is he's not playing any Tech Spirit. So for the upcoming match against Emu, he doesn't have any Tech Spirit. And we also see that he is a higher seed in the Swiss since he was able to pick first against Green Zoro.
Exactly. Starting off with a one-cost Verona. Find a reset event. Luffy is the man who will become King of Pirates.
Very strong event.
It is indeed. And in Hiyori. Wow, that's a good start. Speed on for Ace. Probably double search into 7 or 8k leader. Going for an 8k. Of course, this one is going through.
And we have Izo.
So, checking the top 5 for a Whitebeard pirate card.
Do we have one? I see at least 3 whiffs, so Yamato was not possible. Marco is.
Going for Marco.
Red Rock and okay. So 110 cost to the bottom.
Exactly. Now 4 down for Zoro. What is your turn? Hiyori into New York doesn't work, so just Zoro swing 7. Oh, for research.
Maybe just an 8k swing.
Yeah, maybe 8k.
There is a Mihawk, so Mihawk Zoro is still open?
No, not possible because you
no,
put 2
not possible.
characters on board.
Yeah, correct.
1 too much, so it's just a 6k and 2 probably for okay, he decided to not take this one, but makes sense. Yeah, 2 just for Kushiro, and that's it.
So we did find a Marco last turn, so we do have definitely a play. Let's see if he also has a Yamato. He is going for the Marco, it seems.
Yeah, this will be the Marco turn. No Yamato in hand, but I see a Jozu. Going to defend this one with Mihawk and Cavendish. There's a Marco, and there is a pass. So Zoro goes up to 6 Don. Could be the Lord Tashigi turn.
It's a Tashigi turn, it seems.
Yeah. Rest a Marco to give your leader 3 rested Dons. So now you can swing. You swing with Perona into Garb and then with leader into Marco and then into leader, or just swing with Zoro into Garb and then into leader. So just ignore that mark. Question.
You really hate to swing into the Marco because you're giving 3 cards to your opponent, but as said from previous game, pressure on the Zoro is also really important. So if you can put your ace to low in bodies, then they can't pressure you except for a leader that can actually swing 7 with only 1 Don. And we have a 9k swing, and we will defend. So looking at I'm gonna think it's a French player, Romain Fournier, is not valuing the 10 cost new gate that much in this matchup. We did see him bottom decking one, we did see him trashing one right now. Still has one in hand, of course, but it looks like that's definitely not his game plan for this matchup.
Yep, you go to the right. I think the 9 cost Whitebeard is also doing a great job in this matchup, so definitely makes sense. Now we see Jozu. That's the downside. Don't have any Tashigi. So Jozu just bouncing back that Tashigi. 5 cost with a 3 cost, then Tashigi can also not protect herself. That doesn't really matter.
And something that's I'm not a big fan about, like we even got punished for it, we whiffed, but I do prefer to have one done under my leader, because if we get an extra card if they damage us, because they will swing live again and you probably won't protect another turn. So with a Dawn under your leader, you draw an extra card, and this Iso can search the upcoming turn as well. So I'm not the biggest fan of doing the of the Jozu. I am, of course. Jozu bounds the Iso, but I think I would have preferred swinging a 7 because you want to apply as much pressure as possible onto the green Zoro, and you have one Dawn on your leader. So if they do stuff like this, they swing a zillion onto your Jozu and into your life, you will draw one life, of course, and one of your leader ability. You're not able to protect the Jozu or your life. So, as we call it, sometimes he got the Galaxy punished, I think, by whiffing the Iso and not drawing an extra card.
That one hurts, and I also don't see a 8 cost event in hand. I am Whitebeard, or maybe I'm wrong.
Don't see it. He does have a 9 cost, so I think he will play it like this. 9 cost.
Yeah, but then no Dawn for leader again, yeah. Yep, that's the turn. Nothing more to do. Just the 8k swing from Ace into Zoro live. Of course, Zoro is going to take this one. Oh, what? Not of course, but decided to take this one. Because there's also a blocker. Don't want to give your opponent double 2k in this position.
You are an 8k leader right now, so the chance of getting damaged by the green Zoro, those chances are smaller, so not having the one Dawn on your leader right now is not as punishing as it was the previous turn.
What is this gameplay? Is it the 3-stand event? Just do some pressure with your leader? Can also swing 8 with Tashigi. And then
I think
2 times 11.
depending on the hand, of course we can't see it right now, but starting with an 8k to see what the ace decides to do, the very plausible play.
It is, yeah. Problem is, if the ace player didn't have any I am Whitebeard or a 10 cost or another 9 cost in hand, he can use his Dawn to swing with his 9 cost Whitebeard to also get rid of that Koshiro. So if he decided to swing with Tashigi, he can just put 2 Dawns under Whitebeard, swing into Tashigi, KO the Koshiro, and that's it.
Yep, definitely possible. So that would mean that Pascal probably had to block with his Koshiro the previous turn.
Exactly.
Just a very big swing from Pascal, so that's not the best turn. He's swinging 10 to 8.
Yeah, it isn't. So,
of course,
leader ability into 1k.
Of course, Pascal sees that the ace doesn't have any Don on leaders, and maybe he wants to just have the maximum value from this.
Just counter this one out with 2k, 1k. So reset event will probably coming. There is the reset event, and this one is going through. Not draw any card because your leader doesn't have any doll underneath. And there's a second Kushiro that's very strong. And he also decided to not swing with Tashigi. Yeah, otherwise.
Whoa. We have 8 cost event and we have 10 cost new gate, so
Wow.
that's
Right.
really good. And did not have to think about it very long. Of course, is 8 cost event important at this point? Depends what you will do with the other 2 Dawn, but you have Uta in hand, and of course your deck is playing Radical Beam, so don't forget the 2 rested Dawn on your leader and onto your new gate from your 10 cost effect. Yes, here we go. And the draw 2, trash 1 of course.
Exactly. Also very strong is that he can still use his 9 cost wipe it ability because he will give him 2 rested Dons, so that ability will also trigger, so he can still get rid of 1 Toshiro or Perona.
Starting with an 8. And he is keeping the Roger in hand. That's also something notable.
Oh! The other Kushiro can protect the other one.
Yeah, they
He's
can
not
protect
saying
each other.
Kushiro, yeah. Yeah, they can protect each other. That's very strong. So Rona would definitely be the better target. Because Kushiro cannot protect Perona. Now he has a target for Law to bounce. So, yeah, maybe... Oh, that's not maybe. That is, again, a misplay. Just KO the Perona and force your opponent to bounce Kushiro instead of the Perona. Because, yeah, that wipe beat ability was doing nothing.
That second blocker was pretty good here. But now, yes, the setup for Ace pretty good. They have Uta and Newgate blocker, a 9 cost setup, a 6k leader, still 1 life, quite some 2ks in hand. I saw a lot of 2ks actually. So slowly but steady, I think Ace is taking over this game.
Really good for Ace again. And Pascal find a good answer now to flip this game. 2 life, only a Tashigi as a body on board. Swing with the Tashigi 7, but then it's just going to use free lead ability or the free block. It's starting off with a 7k swing. Also got that Iso still on board, so he can, yep, just use that Iso to look for something else to draw. He also need to bottom deck 1 card from his hand.
Still keeps the Roger. Maybe he wants to go to 0 this turn and play the Roger the following turn. Looks like his game plan at least.
Exactly.
Of course, the Roger also has an emergency button that if he can't go for it, it's still a 2k because of the Ace leader ability.
But do you need Roger? You can also split your Dons with Whitebeard, and Ace, and that Whitebeard is going to KO the Kushiro if there's no second block.
Yeah, maybe he has the 6 cost law in mind, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, he
This one
blocks.
is, yeah, just the block plus a 1k, so he can restand his leader. swing
Can we
into life.
defend double 12? What if he restand? Ah, we have Uta, my bad.
Yeah, Uta is still there. Otherwise, that would be a very close one.
With Uta on the board, everything is protected. Well, for the second swing at least, so
That Uta is, in my opinion, that is one of the best cards. The swing is again into that Whitebeard, not into life.
Yep, that Whitebeard is very threatening because of the KO effect onto the Koshiro.
Yep.
I'm gonna take the block with Uta. And
Just
will we
the
see the restand event? Means that we are tapping out on Dawn.
Exactly. That's very dangerous, but have to do it, but I'm sure that Ace can defend that, if I remember correctly.
And Ace still has the leader ability indeed.
Yep. So he can precious Roger, and I think that should have double 2k in hand left. Just checking the trash again. Some 2Ks. Ace normally is running 8 to 12 2Ks. Still thinking. What is the other option? That's the question. Is it another blocker and one done up for counter event? Is it the restand event? Is it a Hiyori or Perona search?
Is something that he needs to... Not an easy turn for Pascal, of course.
That is really not that easy. So he can play a restand event. He got one in hand. But the question is, what is the second option that Pascal has in his mind? Because, like I said, the only option is another Kushiro or Searcher. I don't see anything else play out with that 3 dons. Yeah, going for it. Yep. Restand and swing into Whitebeard again. So it's much that Zoro has. Just 11.
I do think if you have the defensive tool, because you're not surviving with 3 cards only in hand, the upcoming... Well, you're going to 5 cards because of your leader ability, of course, but if you can defend this, I won't be surprised that he will and just try to go for a game.
Yep.
Because the green Zoro is tapped out, so no danger of Aura. That's double 2k.
Yep, double 2k. I remember I saw some more Utas in his hand, so double 2k. And probably the turn where Ace has to go for game.
Yep, we have to put 2 down because that Koshiro.
Yep, so 12k into leader and KOing the Kushiro. Attack goes through.
If he will
Now you
split.
can-
8 down left. So we can do 13-13.
13, exactly. Pretty sure that we're going to see double 13. No, 12, 14.
I think if Zoro can counter this, he's not going all in, leaving the 2 down open for potentially drawing radical beams.
Yeah.
So he... And having a blocker up. Kinda.
I think he will not swing, I think. Or is it debate?
No, he will swing. Only 2 cards in hand, but
Oh, look at this.
not a lot of counters for Pascal. So 1-0 for the red-blue ace.
Again, slightly unfavored matchup, and he was managed to win it again. 1-0 for Ace, so this score for the top cut against Zoro is 3-0 for now. That's pretty strong for a slightly unfavored matchup.
Mm-hmm. Really well played.
He's doing a great job, yeah.
But he has the max rarity boost.
Exactly. That was also in my mind, and that's something I will stick on, because if you are playing your deck in max rarity or in altered, you will draw better. Trust me. I have the feeling with my deck, if I play in an altered, I will draw better. And
Well,
at least your
you
leader
will.
has to be the altered version.
Well, both emu players are playing min rarity in the top 4.
True. That was a surprise, yeah, that's right.
But the winner was the one with the only cards that he had max rarity, and that was the stage.
That's right, yeah. The stage is also a nice altered card to have, because you are playing all the mirror matches with it. So, yeah, very nice. But of course, we are just joking. You don't need to play any altereds. You don't have that extra money. You can just play the low rarity. A deck like Emu is just super cheap. And if you want to try it out, I can definitely recommend it. But it's a very hard deck to pilot. So if you're a new player, probably try to bring Ace or Zoro to your hands, because these two decks are not that easy, not that hard to pilot, especially for new players than for Emu. But if you want to have a big challenge, if you want to play a deck with a lot of potential by doing crazy turns, crazy plays, then Emu is your deck, definitely.
I do
So,
think
let's see.
the decks got harder, and that they are quite easier in the starting phase. I think all 3 of them actually, but I do think all 3 of them have an extra skill cap to learn more and more.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no deck that is autopiloting, because I know that people are saying it. Yeah, this deck is so easy, everyone can play it. Also with Bello Betty, like everyone at the beginning was saying, yeah, it's just such a noob deck, we call it. Everyone can play it. Just use lead ability and swing high. But no, that it's way more to pilot a deck on a high level, especially to bring it to regional, to pilot it by 100% in top card and so on. Isn't that easy? Also with a deck like Ace and like Zoro. Yes, most of the time you are just playing your curve, but small decisions like what are you going to attack and so on is very important. Like, let me give you an example. The turn from the Zoro player against Ace that we had for the top 8 match. He decided to play Tashigi, but he on Ace board was Marco and Garb, and he decided to not rest Marco. He decided to rest Garb and swing with his leader into Garb and then into life, because he don't want his opponent to give him the Jozu value. So he forced him, if you got a Jozu, you need to bounce your Marco back to hand, because Garb was not on board anymore. And if he is going to block with Marco, then Marco's not on board. So yeah, that's something that is very smart, and not every Zoro player is playing the turn like this. So definitely small things that, as a competitive player, that makes a huge difference. But that's for every single deck, not only for Ace or for Zoro. So yeah, but if we got new players in local, I recommend them to play Ace or Zoro. Because I think for beginner players, these two decks are very, very fast to learn. So Ace has to go first now, and he is starting off with a Otama. Also a very strong card, because if your leader has 3 or less life, draw 2 cards and trash 1. And you are playing a leader that starts with 3 life. Also a 2k. Downside for Otama, it's not searchable. Gab and Iso cannot search it.
OP3 Nami died for this.
Yeah, that's right.
Also, something really nice to know for the chat. The green Zoro is actually playing a really, really good card into Ace. It's a one-off, but it's in there. And it's Mr. Van der Decken.
He's playing Mr. Van der Decken as a one-off, yeah. That's crazy. Mr. Van der Decken.
It's not KOing, it's resting.
Yeah,
but,
he was already super fast, but of course, that Apu is also very strong in this meta right now. Also a big fan of this card. First of all, to get rid of that small units against Ace that, Ace wants to have on board, to have a target for Jozu to bounce back. But also he's super strong against Saint Carlos, against Emo, because nearly every Emo player is playing that Saint Carlos. He's a 2-cost. Apu is resting a 2-cost.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very strong card. And also in a mirror match, because of Koshiro, you can just rest him. And Apu costs only 1 Don. He's a 2k. So on 7 Don, if you don't have a target to bounce with Law, play out Apu. Even if you don't can use this ability, it doesn't matter. Just play him out for 1 Don. And play out Law, bring a 2k back to hand, play out Tashigi, and so on. That's a very strong card.
Really good. And we do have the Tashigi.
Yep, Tashigi to rest Yamato. And now we will see a 9k swing probably into Yamato. Yeah. So lead ability 2k. And I think you have to defend this one. But then you will go down to 1 life. This lead ability, I am Whitebeard. And a 1-cost fetch. Now 9k into lead. This one goes through. Lead ability, you can draw 1 card. Now he passes his turn, draw for turn another card. So +3 for ace.
Let's see what he decides to do right now. Are we going for... Because we are at 8. Because we want second. You're not at 6, right?
He's on 7. He has to go first, so... Ace is on 7.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so Garb Jozu is an option if you want to.
Yeah. Jozu, and I
Okay,
think
so
he
that
will go
means
for
that
Jozu.
Green Zoro decided to go second.
Exactly.
I was a little bit confused. Here we go. There's a card. That's a Marco. We think that Marcos will still have value this game. And then here we have the
now.
Jozu probably. Yeah, here we go. Jozu
Yeah.
onto Tashigi for some tempo against this deck.
Such an important card for ace. Remember this card being one of my favorite cards in blue Doflamingo. And now it's also one of my favorite cards in red and blue ace. So Tashigi is back on track. There's no 6-cost law. That's a little bit unfortunate for Pascal. But
You haven't
just a
seen it
very
in
big
both
swing.
games. No worries, guys. He is playing it. I know that I
course.
spoiled the Van der Decken tech card in Pascal, his deck, but it's he's also playing the 6-cost law. Also, you can chain the Van der Decken in this matchup. Play Van der Decken law, bounce it, play Van der Decken, bounce it. I have a dream.
But how many targets do you have to discard with Van der Decken? Is he saying you only need to trash 1 card, or is he saying you need to trash 1 fishman?
Fish. Yes, it needs to be fish. And I
But
do
what are your
only
targets in your deck?
see 5 targets. 2Ks and Arlong.
Yeah.
That's not a lot.
Makes sense. That's not a lot. Why I'm surprised to see Van der Decken as a one-off, but I think you could play 9-cost Zoro or Van der Decken as a one-off. It's okay, but yeah, definitely makes your deck less consistent, even if it's only 1 card. The 1 card could have been a Riff or so on. So we will
We will trash a Marco, right? We don't need all of them.
exactly. Too many Marcos
Uh,
in hand, in my opinion. So 1 can definitely leave 3
Oh.
Marcos in hand. But
Nope.
Going for the 10-cost Whitebeard Rash, but also the 2 Dons that Whitebeard can attach. 2 under leader, 2 under Yamato, and he is starting off with 8k.
We will do a lot of
Another
pressure
8K.
right now.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Look, Zoro will go down to 2 life.
We do have a Radical Beam in hand, so we have quite some defensive tools again.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit unfortunate for Zoro now. First game and also this game, no law, no green Zoro. Yeah, definitely not
Yeah,
the
it's
best hand.
not having the law is quite painful. Definitely for the green Zoro side as well. So
This, yeah.
go an 8k swing. You don't really want to take the free block because what if this Zoro is starting to swing 14, but he decides to do it. I guess if he swings 2 times 14 into your new gate, you're really happy because then. Oh, the boy! Here it is, Van der Decken being able to KO that 10 cost new gate. This guy came in clutch. Here we go.
Wow.
The boss.
Wow, that came in clutch. The one of Van der Decken came in clutch to get rid of that Whitebeard. And to be honest, that changed the game now. That only a 2-cost 2k Fishman Van der Decken just changed this matchup like crazy because, yeah, your 10 cost is gone. Now you can swing 2 times into that, not into the Yamato, but you can swing 2 times into Yamato and leader to make some good pressure. So, wow. Very strong play here.
Van der Decken. It's only a one-off, so that might be a reason why the ace player did not respect the Van der Decken, but this is putting yourself in a very potential painful spot because...
Oh, yeah.
Need to draw from the ace ability after the Van der Decken.
Right. Wow. Van der Decken was really coming in clutch. Very important for him.
Very strong card if it pays off, of course, and it really did right now.
And I love to see players are bringing some spice in meta decks where you are not expecting cards like this. Does make sense. That bad. And also bouncing back, like you said. And Kawamatsu is a perfect card for your deck. First of all, he's a 2k, he is slash, he is searchable, he is a 5-cost target for your law to play out if you don't have anything in hand. Worst case, you can bring him out. And he's also a target for Van der Decken. The big swing into Yamato.
Yes, that's a 12k swing.
Yeah,
Oh no, he did a search. It's a little bit less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 11 indeed.
He's not going to defend this one. Restand 11 into leader.
We do have Radical Beam if we want to.
Yeah, but a lot of bricks in hand. Zoro definitely changed this game with the Van der Decken. So it is leader ability into Radical Beam. So that's enough.
And yeah, the Warlord, the brother of no, not Warlord, the brother of Luffy is taken down. First
Luffy's
division, that was what I was looking for. First division of Whitebeard Pirates, Mr. Ace.
Yep. Against Luffy's
taken down by Van der Decken.
The best character.
Maybe
Just
he is the
7th
Pirate
history.
King.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, even 9-cost Zoro. Even 9-cost Zoro in trash. Now I notice it. So he decided to bring Van der Decken and 9-cost Zoro in his deck. And probably both as one-off. So wow, that's very interesting.
Quite some one-offs in the deck. One-off Van der Decken, one-off Arlong, one-off 9-cost, one-off 0-cost event, one-off Asura. That's probably the
What?
most surprising for
Yeah.
me. And I don't know
Only
what's more
three.
surprising. Only one demon aura or only 3 6-cost law?
Only 2 Queeners.
That is something that I can live with. I know
Ah.
some green Zoro lists that I saw winning didn't even play Queenas.
Oh, that's crazy. But that's a spicy list and could be one more reason why Pascal is in the semifinal. Look, again, big swing from Tashigi now. His only turn was double Marco, but now he can draw a lot of cards. That's
Draw 3.
good. Yeah, draw 3. Now a Queener would be crazy strong. He has it in hand.
Draw some extra counter. Yeah,
That's
how
big.
are you winning from this spot as being ace? That's a big swing. That is a lot of cards without Radical Beam.
It is. Lead ability into 2k into 1k. And for 2 dons, he's playing a Koshiro and he's passing his turn. So Zoro clearly ahead in my opinion. But the hand of ace doesn't look good, to be honest. There's a 9-cost wipe in hand. That's okay. I think you have to go for it. For the 9-cost wipe beard.
And it gives you
And
potentially a little bit extra time.
Yeah. The leader, but yeah, you are only swing 8. And please block it. Yes. Just block it with Koshiro this time. And he's just passing his turn. So 8k leader, 1 don, 1 life, 1 blocker. So what is Pascal? We didn't saw any Trafalgar Law yet. Another Perona.
Doing a
Going
search.
to be able to find something he needs to. A Quina or a Tashigi can definitely help here to rest that Marco.
There is a law. After all
So,
these
finally.
years.
Yeah, both players starting to love because... Oh, you are playing the law? I didn't notice that because 30 minutes already gone. More than 30 minutes and didn't saw any law yet. It could be the turn for law.
I can imagine that he wants to swing first with his Tashigi if he doesn't have another Tashigi, but
Exactly, yeah.
here you see what I meant. He can take the Van der Decken back to hand, so even if this 9-cost Newgate is swinging the upcoming turn, he can still he can do it another time. This 9-cost Newgate is not safe. There is another Van der Decken. Even the Pirate
That's
King
totally-
himself, Goldie Roger, can be KO'd by Van der Decken.
That's how strong this character is. That Decken is doing a great job now. And he's going to defend this one by using leader ability and Red Rock as target that he decided to trash. And one more 1k to get rid of this
8K leader.
attack. Yep, and the pass.
Is a potential 1 blocker on the board, which is law. Once the green Zoro is going to 1 life. We didn't take the last hit, so Roger is not active. However, Roger wouldn't be that good in this spot. Splitting is not an option. There is a blocker still on the board. So you need to be able to play safe 1 more turn.
Yep. So he's starting off by swinging 6 with ace. Now down underneath. There's a gap searcher to find a 10 cost Whitebeard. They have 8 cost event in hand.
I don't think so. Maybe he's looking for it right now.
He has to. Oh, and there isn't.
Is another Marco?
Yeah, another Marco, and I think he has to go for that Marco. And he is going for that Marco. So, yeah, no 8 cost I am Whitebeard or 10 cost Whitebeard this turn. So, Marco, yeah, split your dons. Ah, that one hurts because just used a 6k swing for nothing. Just search before putting that don under.
Yep.
Okay.
That's potentially an extra draw, of course.
Exactly. That 12k swing would probably come into Cavendish, I would guess.
Look at this Newgate getting KO'd by Van der Decken the upcoming turn as well.
Yeah. Definitely being KO'd from Van der Decken. Only good point is that Pascal need to trash the Arlong or a 2k, but we get rid of a 10k body by using a trashing 1 2k.
Worth the trade.
Yeah, some worse things than that, so really strong. Cavendish did not survive. Zoro on 10 don. And give us the Van der Decken turn. Maybe it is some good combos.
Yep. Just don't tunnel vision on the Van der Decken if you are able to go for game. That's definitely the better play. But Van der Decken is definitely a nice option to have. However, you are getting -2 cards in hand and you don't want to lose on the backswing. So definitely something you have to think about. 8k probably using his ISO because he has 2 bricks in hand and this ISO might give him an extra tool.
Yeah, he has to use this ISO, but no. Going to use Namco to draw 3 cards.
Of bricks as well. And Pascal now thinking on how doing it. We see the 3 dons separated. Not anymore. The 2 don. That might indicate Van der Decken. However, we need a fish in hand and we are only playing 5 of them. And at least one of them we already discarded for the first Van der Decken.
Again, a very close one.
Not a lot of cards in hand. We still have a blocker up. We did draw 3 cards from the Marco. We still have an ISO, so we can get rid of one of our non-counters. But Zoro's still at 2 lives, so...
And he's going for it. 2 don are still there, and he's going for a big Whitebeard swing.
Yep, and I do like this. This puts the ace like, okay, I can counter this, I can let it go, but then but if I protect it, then he can just play Van der Decken. So this puts you in a really weird spot, at least.
Yep, absolutely right. Ooh, easy.
We will counter this.
Going. Yep. This one. Bestand. Now this one would go into phase. Then play out one of the get good.
The scary part of using Van der Decken is you put yourself to one card in hand and your opponent can just split and hope they get it. Like, they have a Marco, they have the Garb, and they have Ace, and they can just go for a game potentially. However, you do have a Law as defensive tool, so they need a little bit more. So, because of having the blocker... But here it is, Van der Decken!
Second time that he used that Van der Decken. We could say that this card is the MVP in this matchup now.
It definitely helps.
There's a chance to win this game for Ace. There's one blocker on board with Law when you go down to 1 life. You have to swing with Garb or Iso.
He only has one card in hand, so maybe you have to go for 6-6-13 and hope they can't counter.
Yeah,
but
exactly. Nah, he's not going for it. It looks like 8 cost event into 10 cost Whitebeard, probably.
He's certain that he's not dying. I guess this is fine. Let's see the hand. Pulled with a lot of bricks.
Only 30 minutes left on the clock.
I honestly think when I see this hand that he had to go for his potential only out and go for 6-6-13. That probably didn't get there, but the Zoro is playing quite some cards without counter. All the events, the laws, we didn't see a lot of laws, and I do think that you just don't survive with this play unless you are.
When you have double blocker, that's good, but yeah, you need to defend some swings that are coming. Also, Demon Hour could be very, very dangerous. Oh, it is a 8k swing into Tashiki, and this one goes through.
Yep, so it wasn't the 2k in hand.
Yeah, wasn't a 2k.
I think you can have a quick look what this card was in his hand. Nope.
We don't know. 12 minutes on the clock. It's 1-0 for Ace. Could be 1-1 for Zoro. Going to win this game. But wow, that's again a super close one. And the game flips like every single turn. Now it seems like Ace should be ahead with 3 blockers, 4 cards in hand. Lead ability locked. Unlocked.
Just a small 6k.
Yeah, small 6k, but interesting.
Here we go. Seems like we do have the restand event, so we take the block with Marco, drawing 3 cards. Hoping it's a lot of 2ks.
Exactly.
I do see some 1ks, I don't see a lot of 2ks. We do have Uta as well. And with Law being tapped out, since he used the Law, we can actually go for game now because of with Ace, Garb, and Newgate. I think actually Ace will take this game. 1 card in hand, so we can start with a 7. We should start with a 7 with Garb because of 0 cost event that can rest. There is no blocker on the field, so you should start with Garb. That's the only punishment that can happen right now. Start with Dawn on Garb. Yes, and that's what he is doing. Only 1 card in hand, he's double checking.
So that should be GG. Should be a 7, 9, and then 12. Okay, yeah.
Now a little bit more. 10. No, that's not true. An 8?
Yeah, just 8.
Oh, 8 is fine. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, that's Muff and that's GG. Only a
Oh, that's
Electrical Luna can help.
that's too much, but okay, it's fine. And then Romain is going to the finals with red, blue,